I did my senior project on saving animals and helping animals. Basically what I did was 5 hours at the animal shelter where I would clean their cages, I'd take them outside, I would tell people a little bit about the animals, just kind of giving them information on what they are. And with that, I will begin. So my first topic that I decided to do my senior project on was German Shepherds. A lot of people get Pit Bulls and German Shepherds and all the big scary dogs mixed up. Pit Bulls are at the least of your worries, where German Shepherds have more power built into them. They have more of a bite force. Their bite is up to 250 pounds, where Pit Bulls are only 135 pounds. They're very loyal. They're also very protective of their family. More a little bit about German Shepherds. German Shepherds did not actually come from Germany. They came from Sweden. They were breeded by a king, and they were brought to the United States in 1758, just for working purposes. They need a job. They like to pull things. They really enjoy having a job they like to run. They need to be active. They're actually a part of the military. And the nice thing about that is, one, they're extremely strong, like I had told you before. They go through extensive training as a puppy. They're there when they're like, it's 5 months to when they are about 2 years old, give or take, and then they go overseas and go onto the field. Their term is usually 5 years, and once they come back, they are retired, and that is when their trainer, as you see in these pictures here, have the option to either take the dog, or the dog only has 2 weeks before he or she is euthanized. In the training, they go through skills like hand commands, they learn signals, they learn sounds, they have to jump through obstacles, they need to know how to smell items and track them, and they also learn how to bite, as you can also see in this picture. They have to reach at a height of 6 foot in their jump, or else they do not qualify for any of the training overseas. They make great house pets, actually. I would like a German Shepherd when I get my own house. Not only are they loyal to the family, they're also very protective. They also act like a nanny around the house. I've seen videos of families having the dog tucks the kids in or pick up the toys. So they make very good house pets. If I had a video, I'd be able to show you. But on to my next topic. So on my second topic, I am talking about dogs being used as shark bait. As you can see down here on my second column, off the French coast of Italy in 2005, it's a practice that Italians and Muslims, basically any race really, uses dogs and cats as shark bait. And how it has started, it's been around, give or take, since 2005. They've had seeings of it being since 2000, but they're not really sure. What they do is they would hook the hook through either their nose, their lip, or their paws, and they would do this in the middle of the night. They'd let them bleed sufficiently so that, you know, there's not a lot of evidence, and then they would hook a metal buoy onto their string, toss them in, have a little ring around them, wait till the next morning and see what they had gotten. There have been sightings that or like body parts that have been broken off, shipped up to shore. There has been parts, like dead sharks that have washed onto shore with parts of the dog or cat in either their mouth or in their stomach when doing research on the shark or aquatic mammal or animal that had attacked the dog or cat. The fine is up to $10,000 or more, depending on how many times they have caught you or how many systems or programs that they have caught you through. They actually had, how they had found this out, they had a mistaken news broadcast system that was doing research off one of the islands near the French coast, where they had overcame seeing large circles in the water, and they decided to go see what it was. When they went down, they pulled up the fishing rod, and they had found a dead dog and a dead cat, and so they were planning on making a surprise broadcasting on the news, recording the fishermen in their traps, and getting them arrested. That happened twice, and ever since then they haven't been finding any more evidence, but it is still going on as of today. And with that, I will also go on to my next topic about horses being turned into glue, which is my last picture down here. Horses being turned into glue has been used for the past years and centuries. The horses glue that the newest bottle that they had found is more than 8,000 years old. Horses being used for glue has been around for, give or take, 20,000 years. Back when humans were evolving, they would use the horse's glue as a glue for their utensils, their bowls, basically anything that they can kind of keep together, which they would soon pick up a lot of diseases from that, just because, one, they hadn't processed the glue correctly, or the horse was sick. The horses are also slaughtered for their collagen. It's basically what keeps their muscles, their tissues, and their tendons together. It acts like a really tough, rubbery kind of tape that holds everything together, including their skin, and their cells help with that as well. Pigs and cows are also used for glue, not as much as horses because their collagen isn't as strong. Elmer's glue used to use horses. When they had found out that people had realized what they were doing, they said that they don't continue using horses as glue, but they don't own up to it. Most people still believe that they do. Other companies do use horses, not big brand name horse glue as well. Horses can and will be shipped to Mexico. Usually they are through the black market. They hoard them onto either unknown trucks, unknown trains, or they have them packed across the border to be slaughtered as young as a year to 5 months to 2 years, if I remember correctly. And from there, they are put through a machine that brutally kills them at the point. They cut off their legs and their head, and it's a very gruesome project. I've seen the whole process. If I had a video, I would show you guys, but I had to stop it about 50 seconds in because I couldn't handle the rest of it. And for my conclusion today, I believe that all animals should be treated equally. If you get an animal, please spay or neuter them, just to lower the costs and lower the lives of animals, especially if you're not planning to breed them. And it prevents them from going to shelters and slaughterhouses, and especially getting into the hands of people who would use and abuse them, which is the reason why you find most fines at animal shelters. You can't just go in and adopt them, because who knows what you could do to this animal. You could either put them into fighting facilities, or they could be used for many other terrible things. If you want a pet, consider adopting. The pets that end up in the pound are usually the ones that people didn't have time for. They were the last of the litter, or they were strays that people just didn't want anymore. And so with that also, unfortunately, the pets that are in the shelter only get maybe 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks, depending on how new they are, to stay at the shelter before they are slaughtered and killed. And with also that being said, the fine is usually a lot higher. It used to be $25 for cats and $50 for dogs, but since people realized that was a lot cheaper than it is nowadays, where it's $55 for a male dog, $225 for a female dog, $95 for a cat, and I believe it's $100 for a kitten. With all that being said, I believe that all dogs and cats and all animals should get a second chance at life. Thank you.